The USA website, USA.com website of November 1st, 2006 reports that the Jimson weed plant is a very dangerous plant that could grow like right outside of our gardens. If you type in Jimson weed dangers on YouTube.com, you can see firsthand the effects the plant has on people. In this video, there are two men who took a drink of a Jimson weed brew. So you can see they're like hallucinating severely, and they're like extremely agitated. These two men are seen passing an imaginary cigarette to each other, smoking it, flicking ashes, and even setting it off in an imaginary ashtray. One of the men even begins to comb his hair with an imaginary mirror and imaginary comb. All of this because of this plant. I actually took this picture in a nearby field next to my house, about 10 minutes away. I got this off of Google, just more zoomed in. So when I was there, I cut a little piece off, took it home, I brewed it up, gave it to my sister's dog. Rest in peace. I'm just kidding. So having said this, in 2006, a young boy by the age of 17, his name was Goliath Martinez from El Paso, Texas, died when his friend thought it was funny to give him some Jimson weed brew. So he drank it and he died. Because the potency of a plant is like really hard to determine. So it takes like experts to find out the potency. The Irwit.org website of 1995 states that common effects of the plant are hallucinations, blurred vision, dry mouth, hypertension, and incomprehensible speech. In 2010, 27 people died in California because of this plant. I will begin talking about the plant's problems, the causes, and possible solutions to the plant. So throughout the country, people are experiencing negative effects of Jimson weed, primarily because people have no idea what it is, or its dangers. When inappropriately used, the plant can have severe effects on its abusers and People who abuse the plant to get a high experience the severe negative side effects. The WebMD.com website of July 22nd, 2012 states that the deadly dose for an adult of this plant is 15 through 100 grams of the plant's leaf, or 15 to 25 grams of the plant seed. Not knowing the potency of the plant could be a great danger and a risk to your health if you decide to abuse it. The DoNow.org of March 2012 says that the severe side effects of this plant are euphoria, confusion, delirium, and seizures, cardiac arrest. Not knowing the problem our community faces with this plant, I'll begin talking about the causes. When people abuse the Jimson weed plant, they are unaware the potency that the plant has. Of course, different plants have different potencies. Thus, some plants are far more dangerous than others. You could brew a cup of one plant and not experience anything, and then you could brew like a big pint of a plant and like it'll kill you, or vice versa. The Deuteronomium of April 15, 2012 reports that the potency of the Jimson weed varies incredibly, and the alkaloids in the Jimson weed plant are hard to determine, and it can lead to hospitalization or even death. Squidu.com of 2012 says that in recent survey, 9 out of 10 people did not know anything about this plant. I didn't know anything about the plant until my professor in my other class told me about it. 6 out of these 10 people surveyed then reported having seen one of these plants in or around their neighborhood. The Squidu.com, once again, of 2012 says that it is found in roadsides, fields, pastures, even in public schools, public gardens, public parks. So the State Landscaping Service lacks in finding and disposing of this plant. you can see that they lack in finding and disposing of this plant because it seems to be flourishing throughout the country. Having laid out the causes, I would begin talking about the actions we must take for this problem. First of all, we should begin by informing the community about this plant and about its negative effects. We can host a public meeting where people come and discuss the problem and the plant openly, and information is given, pamphlets are given to the people who come to the meeting. We may also write a petition that everybody must sign and send it to the county so they could begin disposing of the plant. Disposing of the plant. We can also instruct people on how to dispose of the plant. The gardenweb.com of July 2009 states that Roundup or any other glyphosate weed killer can get rid of the plant without coming into direct contact with it, because it will have a rash on your arms if you begin to touch it. The Jimson weed is a dangerous plant that is common amongst our society and needs to be dealt with. People will begin to deal with the plant in the correct manner once information is given to them and they are told how to dispose of it. The solutions I proposed would avoid further harm to our society and our community. That's it.